before we officially start this video, let's start with some sound clips of the exhaust. So I'm gonna throw my camera outside, get some sound clips of the exhaust, and we'll start with the 1 month ownership review. What's up, guys? We are back in the Audi RS6 with another video. This one is a 1 month ownership review. Now, I just pretty much hit 1 month a couple days ago, pretty much. So yeah, 1 month ownership review of the Audi RS6. You know, some things that I like, some things I've noticed, some things maybe I don't like about the car. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. So first things first, I love like the torque it has. Jeez, this thing just has so much power. 0 to 60 in like 3.1-ish seconds, give or take. I've seen 3.0, 3.2. A couple things that, you know, I'll talk about the interior that maybe are not questionable, but maybe questionable in a sense, that I like, maybe don't like. You know, I wish this, like, this carbon weave on the dash, I wish it was actually carbon on the side and on the dash. It necessarily, like, it's not even a weave, it's like, I don't know what it is, it's like almost like not carbon, it's like this like weird vinyl type of material. I wish they changed that. One of the things that's nice that a lot of newer cars nowadays don't really have is all the switches are like metal or aluminum. So all the window switches are metal or aluminum. On the sides, the door handles itself are all metal aluminum. The unlock and lock button are the same way. Around the dash is the same way. So there's really no plastic or anything in the interior. So when you're sitting inside this thing, it feels really, really, really premium. Like, obviously it's a very expensive car. The MSRP on this car in particular, I think it sits around $141,000 last time that I checked. So yeah, I feel like if you're going to get an RS6, and depending on what you're going to use it for, whether if it's a family car, whether if it's a sports car, because it checks all those boxes, right? It can handle good, not like a sports car, but it can handle good. Not as good as an M5, but maybe a notch down from an M5, right? Because you have the airbags on the suspension here. So, you know, you can go to a comfy ride and be smooth and feel it very floaty and have that ultra comfort feel. Or then you can go to RS2 mode and all the bags stiffen up and the steering stiffens up, right? Depending on how you configure your modes. But, you know, that is a given with the car on bags. It's not going to be as stiff, so that's not necessarily what I was even looking for in the first place. But, you know, one of the things that I love about this car in particular is that, you know, this 4-liter twin turbo V8, this thing is so fast, but it drinks a lot of gas. I'm at the gas station right now, ironically, so I'll probably get out and start filming some stuff here in a second, but it drinks a lot of gas, honestly. And it's a lot more gas than I was accustomed to, because I feel like I'm at the gas station, honestly, every other day. So, you know, we're almost at 30 miles till empty, so we'll fill up right now. And then we'll start the video again. But I'll do a little walk around here in a second, talking a little bit about the car. But yeah, this thing loves to drink gas. So if you're getting an RS6 and you're unsure about the gas, we're averaging about 12, 13 miles per gallon right now. All freeway, you could probably get, when I did the road trip to Vegas, you could probably get 17, 18, but yeah, this thing drinks it for sure. So anyways, we're gonna go outside, fill up some gas. As you know from my previous video, this thing is satin, PPF'd all over the all over the Daytona gray. Can't talk this morning. Right now it's at probably the highest setting, which is like the comfort mode setting. So, you know, you have the wheel gap there. I have the CTE control module on here, so it can drop all the way down to the lowest setting, which I'll show you guys here later, probably in the video. But yeah, everything's been amazing so far. The PPF helps a lot because the car still obviously looks brand new, even though I got it with 2,500 miles and now we're about 6K miles. But yeah, this thing, honestly, this thing right now is really solid. I haven't had no issues, no weird lights pop up, no nothing. This one also does have the lane assist and the automatic steering. So when you're in a drive mode, when you're in actually cruise control, and then you have the lane assist on as well, it'll steer for you and everything, as long as you keep touching the steering wheel, or it feels like a sense on the steering wheel, you know, every 10-15 seconds, you're good. So inside here, this is kind of what I was talking about. This like weird weave. It's not really carbon, even though they kind of say it is carbon. But like, look at the fit and finish. The beautiful aluminum pedals. I just got it kind of vacuumed not too long ago. The OCD vacuum lines. The leather wrapped dash, the interior. The previous owner did PPF here, which is really smart. The screens. So the two screens, one for AC, the top one for all your navigation and all your settings for your actual radio controls and whatnot. But you know, so far everything's been really nice. You know, the leather's been holding up well as well. There's no issues in that regard. I've had friends in it and whatnot in the front seat, or excuse me, in the back seat. But yeah, I love the digital climate control in the back. That's really cool too. And the heated seats also in the back. But you know, the RS6 right now in my eyes, one of the best cars, because it looks so exotic on the road. It literally looks, I've gotten so many thumbs up, so many people taking pictures. Today in traffic, there's a girl literally behind me taking pictures of the car. It was so funny. And that's not the first time it's happened too. And this car, it has a lot of road presence. It's wide, it looks crazy. It looks so beefy from the rear. So like, when you see it on the road, it looks very Euro. Even when it's like parked in my parking garage, it looks very like Euro. It looks very like a German piece of engineering, you know, for lack of a better term. So it has that unique look to the car where it's like, you know, it just looks so aggressive. So my 1 month of ownership so far, you know, everything has been on point. Everything has been great. Honestly, if I had to give this car a 1 out of 10 review, I'd probably give it a 9. And that one that I'm leaving off is because I don't think anything's perfect, but that one I'm leaving off is because, you know, there's a little bit of a driving experience that I have to get used to. You know, the car being bigger, the car being more floaty because the bags on the suspension from the factory, the car being, you know, the steering's not as stiff, things like that. But that is things that are given with this car. So if that's what you're particularly looking for when you're buying this, then you probably shouldn't buy this particular car. I would go with something like an M5, stiffer suspension, stiffer steering, a lot better handling. It's more track focused, right? This is more like brunt. Everything it does it like very like it's grunt, you know, like it's very like grunt of a car, like a beast of a car, like an M5 or something like that. If I had to use a particular term for it, it would be like precision more so, right? So this does everything in like a raw way. And then like cars like an M5, cars like a E63S AMG, you know, comparable vehicles to this car, those things do it in a more precise and finesse way, right? This is very more like brunt, right? Like it's just crazy, like it's just a beast, it's a monster. But so far so good. Like interior wise, everything else wise, exterior, engine, everything's been solid and perfect. So if you're looking for an RS6 and you're not sure about an RS6 in the sense of, you know, if you should get one or not, then, you know, from my review, you know, based off if it does anything for you, like my RS5 reviews, so many people bought an RS5 from that video's got like 80,000 views. It's crazy. It was like one of the first videos I posted when I was bored and decided to just get the iPhone out and started filming. But if you're looking for one, you can't go wrong with these. And the value they're going to hold is going to be tremendous, right? They only brought a limited production number. I've been reading online from 600 RS6s to 1,000 RS6s to the US. So if somebody wants to give me the exact production number, that'd be great, because they're all over the place. 600, 1,000 only brought to the US, 1,200. And it only did, from my knowledge, I think a 2-year run on this car, 2021 and 2022. 2023, now they're saying they're going to do a different facelifted version, which I'll pop up here somewhere, or you could just Google it yourself. The facelifted version looks kind of ugly and even bigger and bulkier than this car. At least this car's, the body lines are sharp, edgy, and very aggressive, right? So anyways, that is the review of the RS6. We'll do a walk around here in a second when I drop the suspension all the way down so you guys can see what that looks like with the control module. Or I'll probably just make another video of just showing you the suspension and how the control module works. But anyways, I'll drop it down right now and you guys can see what it looks like. So it took about 16 gallons of gas. I think the tank's like right around 18.5 gallons or something. But now see, it's dropped all the way. So you can tell that it's just crazy, crazy low. You know what I mean? So now like the bags have just dropped it perfectly. And it's got 15 mil spacers in the control module. But yeah, looks sick. So if you're looking for a RS6, you cannot go wrong. And the 22-inch wheels from the factory just set this thing off perfectly. But anyways, hope you liked the video. And yeah, enjoy, have a good weekend, because today's Friday for me.